Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle Earth here with a game mode idea that I want to present. Devs, if you're watching, I think this could be really, really fun in the game. So everyone stay tuned. Let me know what you think down below. Let's see if we can get this implemented. Okay, so I want to preface this whole thing by saying any new game mechanic, anything should not be added at the expense of other things not happening, like the balancing of servers being, I think, the most important, crucial thing we need. If you did not see my rant video, you definitely should. Please don't be distracted by Mary and Pippin running around the bar like crazy. But I'm playing the Matham House special event. This is actually my second account because I played this on my first one. And so far, I've been really happy with this whole Tales from Middle Earth map exploration thing. I played the first two over here and just tried the Black Gate for the first time and saw it was very, very unique. And I really liked it. And I thought it worked a certain way, but it didn't. But I'm wondering if this structure is already in the game enough for us to possibly do that. So if you've not played this game mode, you go over to it, you hit enter into the Black Gate. You can do this challenge one time, I believe. And you go in here and you have an armored Sauron you have to fight up against. And so you pick your commander, you do a check mark, and the troops that go with them, you get to pick the skills in the commander. So for example, what I did, I don't know if you know how many working comps there are, but I did Theoden and just threw the mounted skills on him that I can think of. This is a pretty busted Theoden. And then I just picked the cavalry I could see. Just real quick, we're just going to go, sure, marshals. We got 2 tier 4s and the cavaliers. This is going to be fine. So we do this. You pick your army that goes in to fight this starting army right here. And you click march, and then you can speed it up and see how it's going. Or you can even skip it if you'd like to not watch the action. So definitely your call. But after you finish this, get the victory here with Theoden. So if you needed help with that, by the way, that's how that works. The thing that gave me the idea is this is now empty. And I thought the way this is going to work is that you could go through and configure an opposing commander to fight your originally composed army. And I think a really, really cool game mode idea that seems to already be sort of in the game here would be a challenge mode where you see how many rounds you can go back and forth countering yourself with all the commanders in the game. And I think to make it fair, so you just can't just repeat over and over again, you cannot duplicate the commanders you use. You have to use different commanders every time. You could go really crazy and say you have to use different troops, or maybe you can only use troops up to 3 times or something. So again, you can't go back, from my knowledge. But for example, I was thinking, okay, let's Theoden, I want to counter that. We're going to go with the Khaldoon. So I brought in that all the evil men stuff here. I think we even went into this one with Hunt Down. And then both of these. Yeah, so I went into these like the damage reducing skills and then picked 3 different types of evil men. I went with the Fallen, the War Chariots, and the Halberdiers to help out with the mounted units. And I thought that's what happened. And I clicked March and it says your challenge attempts have been used up, but you can claim your rewards. So I was really disappointed because I thought you got to go back and forth. And I was like, that's super cool. I can fight the army that I composed, but that's not the case. So NetEase, I think it would be awesome. And it seems like the pieces are already here. Let us have a challenge game mode like this where we can go back and forth and compose armies to counter each other. Again, to make it not super broken where you can just go back and forth and counter back and forth. You can only use commanders 1 time. And then maybe there's a troop restriction. You can only use troops a certain amount, maybe 2 or 3 times or whatever. And so there could be leaderboards. There could be just, either that's just Fellowship or Warband specific, or it could be in the entire server or your faction, whatever. You could also set it up to where it's a challenge thing. So I could make a troop comp, like I could build this Theoden and send it to someone. I could send it to EQ and say, all right, I'm sending you this, commander counter challenge. So she starts against the Theoden and goes back and forth as much as she can. And then once she's done, she would send me one where she picks a starting commander that she wants to try and stump me with. And then I try and go back and forth and we see who can get through as many waves as possible. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here, but just enabling this to be done and like have some kind of a leaderboard to track it, I don't think would be very hard at all. And I think that sounds super fun because I thought that's how it worked. I put the Khaldoon in here. I was like, this is amazing. I can do this over and over again. It's not the case. So the other thing I will add is with the commanders, you cannot select their gear. That would add another layer of just letting the theory crafters and the people, it's sort of like a little bit sandbox mode-y. That would help, I think, with that conversation a lot. So let us pick gear. Again, I don't know how, I feel like everything's all here. So just let it be a drop down menu where you pick what gear you want to put on. And, you know, maybe once you put gear on a commander, it's gone. So you have to really get creative with the gear you use, or, you know, again, details be fleshed out. Let me know what you think. I don't want this to be too long of a video. I just thought of it. And I'm doing just a very quick impromptu recording because I thought it sounded kind of fun. So let me know if you think anything like this could work or be entertaining. What would need to happen to make it tweaked? Let's propose this. Let's put it in the main Discord and say, hey, you got the pieces here. Can you just flip that switch to let us do this back and forth and throw a little leaderboard here? And that's a GG. I don't know. Sounds pretty cool to me. Let me know what you all think. Am I crazy? Is this horrible? Let me know. Be honest. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I will see you all in the next one.